So I've got this video time-stamped if you want to jump right to the guide section and skip the intro, but you should stick around, especially if you like Slavic trap music. Ever since Elden Ring came out,
I've had a hankering to play a Souls-like game.
Unfortunately, the price point is a little bit too high, and they rarely go on sale. So I went on Steam, and this one indie title caught my attention with its price point. So I figured I'd give it a try. I had no idea what that small admission price was gonna get me. Now in my last video, which you should totally check out, link in the description, I discussed a game called Project Zomboid and how unforgiving it is. But in comparison, it's a cakewalk compared to Exanima. You'll find that swinging your sword feels more like trying to herd a pack of feral cats rather than vanquishing foes, as you stumble, fumble, and occasionally achieve chaotic brilliance. Your character moves around with the same grace as my 16-month-old daughter. My first 30 minutes in this game I spent in the story mode, wandering around maze-like dark corridors, trying to find a sword, running into zombies, and promptly being slain by said Zeds. So I backed down and I joined the arena. It was here I found myself paired up one-on-one, mano y mano, Juan on Juan, with various foes. And I got to experience the intricate mechanics and the challenging physics-based combat. And in the beginning, it didn't go so well. I found my new recruits stumbling over their own feet and promptly being slain while I repeatedly spam clicked the mouse. So naturally, I went over to YouTube to look up a guide on what exactly I was doing wrong, and that search yielded no valuable guides for beginners. I mean, there were videos on how to flip your opponent in the air, but I just needed to know how do I swing my sword. So now that I'm about 10 hours into a pretty successful arena run, I figured I'd make a beginner guide to Exanima's arena. This video will be broken down into two different parts. I'm going to have the arena mechanics and the combat mechanics. And I don't know if I mentioned it before, but it's all time-stamped down below. So when you start a new arena campaign, you'll first create a company, a logo, and give that company a name. Then you'll be prompted to create a manager to run this business of death. In reality, neither of these two factors really have any impact on the game. You could, theoretically, take the manager into battle, but it's not recommended, as if they die, your entire campaign will end. You'll then find yourself in what I call the arena office. In this room, you'll find two boards and a merchant vendor. The board on your left is the Manage Company tab, where you'll manage your recruits, hire fighters, and there's some additional tabs that I don't ever touch. One of the first things you're going to want to do is recruit some fighters. All of your recruits start off as inept. That's like the lowest rank. When you select to recruit somebody, you'll be able to customize them, give them a name, make them fat, make them skinny, give them a goofy haircut. The choice is yours, and I don't really know if it has any impact on anything. Like, does a fat guy move slower? I don't know, probably should have Googled it. Next, you will choose your gear. I think it's important to always go into battle with like a shirt, pants, maybe some sandals, and you'll also get to choose the weapon that you go into battle with. In my personal opinion, and you should take my advice, I have 10 hours in this game. I'm always choosing the long stick. Like, no, 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 Yes, I am always choosing the long stick. Now when I first start a game, I usually like to have 2 recruits. The way the game works, after each passing day, you have to pay an upkeep fee for each recruit you have. So I usually like to have 2. That way if one gets injured in battle, I can switch over to the other one. And that keeps your costs down and your profits up, and that's a bingo. Now the other important tab in this billboard is the Hire tab. I like to call this the NPC tab, because you don't get to play as any of these characters. You can recruit combatants to fight, but you can't control your fighter. You just have to watch the battle and hope that they wacky inflatable arm dance their way to victory. But in this tab, you can also hire 2 very important people. There is your own personal merchant and a physician. Now what a physician will do will heal your characters at the end of each day. There is an upkeep fee for them, but it's well worth it because it takes forever for your character to get better if they get injured in battle. And the merchant that you can recruit will provide you with new gear every single day. And what's kind of cool is you can select what rank of gear you want. So unlike the merchant that's sitting there at the beginning of the game that you don't have to pay for, who just gives you random gear and none of it's ever the rank that you need. There's not a lot of inept or aspirant gear, which is rank 1 and 2. And I really haven't gotten past rank 1 or 2. So it just makes it really convenient that I can get specialized gear for my recruits, my slaves, my fighters. And then when it comes to equipping that gear, everything you purchased will be on this right tab here. And when I say everything, I mean just like everything. Every piece of gear that all your fighters have, your manager has, will just be slopped right there in the middle. I don't know who designed this inventory system, but it's probably the one part of this game that I'm like, I don't understand what you're doing here, buddy. I don't get it. Explain it to me. Give me some grids. What's all this loosey-goosey stuff? Anyway, all the gear that is highlighted yellow is already equipped to another fighter. So all the unhighlighted stuff, you can go over and drag it and plop it onto your fighter. If you're noticing that you're trying to slide a weapon or a piece of gear over and it just goes right back to the right column, it means that you're probably not the right rank. And yet again, I don't know who designed this. What is your problem? But even if you rank your character up and then you go to the screen to go equip gear, it just automatically puts you as inept. And you have to slide it over, and then you can attach the proper gear for that rank. I think the person who made this UI is a little inept. I'm bad. I'm a big bad boy. So as you begin to win fights with your recruits, they will slowly begin to level up. When you go to the manager billboard, you can double click on their name and you will see these 4 different circles. And right there you'll see this gold bar will slowly begin to grow, and that's you gaining XP. Once you fill the bar up completely, you can select another trait. These traits range from close combat skill, armor skill, ranged weapons, and a 4th one that I forget and I don't really use. Maybe it's important? And you'll know that your character is ready to update when you see this little plus bar next to their name. I used to think that was like them needing medical attention, but no, that's how you know, okay, I can rank them up. And for every 2 skills that you unlock for your character, they move up in rank. They go from inept to aspirant to the other ranks. I don't know, because I haven't gotten past the 2nd rank. Maybe it's like novice or... I'm really prepared for this video. So now your billboard on the right is going to be your matches page. Here you'll be able to select what kind of match you want to do. I recommend when you're starting off, just stick with duel, don't get fancy, don't do duos, try not to have partners because they'll probably kill you by accident. And then the next tab over you'll see it's rank and then tier. Rank is the rank your player is, So if you just have a bunch of inept people, you're just going to be doing inept fights. As soon as you start leveling some guys up and doing aspirin, you can go down and choose aspirin. The tier refers to the weapons you use. So if you want to be like an aspirin, but you still want to fight with your inept weapons and fight other people with inept weapons, you can select that. I don't do that. I don't know who would do that, but some people do that. So it's there. And some people probably like the inventory system. And they're sadists. So now, let's cover combat. Oh, where's my bat? Got it. So Exanima's combat style is very unique. I don't know what you would call it. Unique? Yeah, that's all I got. Basically how it works is your character, when in combat mode, will always be facing the cursor of your mouse. You control your character with WASD. W will move you closer to your cursor, S will move you away from the cursor. A and D will move you left and right around the cursor. So if you hold A down and leave the mouse cursor in one spot, you can actually do kind of like a circle. You'll circle around. You'll circle around that like an Indian at a campfire. But did I just get canceled? Native American. So that's how movement works. But let's talk about swinging your weapon. When I first started playing this game, I found myself just frantically clicking the mouse. Click, 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 stop. Stop clicking. Hold. Hold it. So when you click the mouse and you hold it, you will go through your swing. If you click it, your character won't fully swing the weapon. So you really got to put all your might into it when you're swinging a weapon. Positioning is also very important because you want to be hitting that target, that foe, right at the apex of your swing. You don't want to hit them early on like right here. No, you want to hit them right where it hurts. And also, the weapon you choose is important. Like if you have a long battle axe, imagine this is a long battle axe with like the axe part here. You want to make sure that you're in the right distance so that axe head lands right in their head. Now the position of your cursor is also important when swinging. So I usually keep my cursor right to the right of the enemy because that's when I'm swinging, I go this way because I'm right-handed, because I'm normal. If your cursor's on the left, your character's holding the weapon will have to kind of like, you know, do a weird thing and try to hit them that way. Yeah, like that. And then also, while you're holding the mouse down and swinging, you kind of want to move the mouse up and around in almost like a D shape. That'll make it so that your character will swing to the upper part of their body and potentially whack them right in the face. Boom, headshot.
What can I say? There's nothing like the rush of hunting people down and killing them. I mean, my heart's beating, my hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting, and I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot. Boom, headshot. Boom, headshot.
Let's talk footwork. The way that I like to approach a fight is I will bait them into swinging at me by inching close to them. And right as they're mid-swing, and I know that I'm out of range of their weapon, I move in for the kill. Right, so right when they're in the middle of their swing, I'm gonna begin my swing. And I'm gonna move in, I'm pressing W, I'm getting in there, and boom, headshot. Now let's talk defense. Basically you do nothing. As long as you're not swinging and you're facing your foe, your character will automatically block their shots. And yeah, so that's about it. Just make sure you're not like at a weird angle to their left or right where they can swing around your back and hit you. You just want to make sure you're like right in front of them and, you know, just in good positioning. And yeah, so basically that's my beginner guide to Exanima's arena and combat. I hope you found this video useful, whether you're a brand new player or somebody who just put the game down out of frustration. I hope you can now return confident that you can slay some foes. Let me know if you found this video helpful at all down in the comments section, or feel free to leave me a like or maybe even subscribe, because I do plan on posting more videos. I was possibly thinking about, in my next video, trying out the story mode, jumping back into that, because I haven't touched it since the beginning. I mean, if that's something you'd be interested in, let me know. Or if you have any other indie games that you want me to try, because my little gaming setup really can't handle new AAA games. But indie games, I got that. Yeah, I'm not too sure how to wrap this up.
Shut it down! Turn it off! You think?
Okay, yeah.
Shut it down!
Okay, but no need to yell. Okay,
I'm turning it off. I'm shutting it down.